Traditional raw beef sausage seasoned with spices. I don't even want to share this story with you, okay? Because it was not a story. I read it in the newspaper. But also, it's actually going to ruin your life. But maybe that's okay because it ruined my life. Did you guys see the recent literature review of processed meats and the incidence rate of type 2 diabetes and colorectal cancer that suggested there's no safe levels of processed meat consumption? And you're going to say, oh, everything causes cancer. Okay, yeah. Does 50 grams of everything raise your risk of colorectal cancer by 26%, bro? By 26%? And there's way more than 50 grams on the salami sandwiches my mom was packing in my lunch every day when I was a kid. I think at some point you just got to tank it. I'm not eating the bugs. You don't have to eat the bugs. It's just like, we got to switch from Italian sausage to ground beef, man. I don't want to. But it's got, I can't keep tanking it, man. It adds up. 100% of humanity is eating this stuff. That's not a scientific argument, dummy. That's like so-called science lovers when all of a sudden it says don't eat so much lunch meat. Like we gotta trust the data on this one, man. We gotta be eating more chicken breast at least. It raises your risk precipitously at 3 slices of ham a day. I think a ham sandwich might have like 7 slices of ham on it, or 2/3 of one regular hot dog. How many regular hot dogs is one Costco hot dog, man? And some of you in chat have been telling me that one doesn't fill you up, so every time you go to the store, you got to get like 2 or 3. We gotta take care of ourselves, man. That's not okay. It's Außenwurst from a little country called Germany, also known as the Netherlands. But you should think about the processed meats, no matter what. I think it's a bad impulse to see data that you don't like the consequences of and then be like, I don't think the data is real. I look at that the same as, I look at anti-vaxxers. If you're going to trust the data about things you agree with, you got to at least mull it over in the... Maybe you're going to say, hey, it raises my risk of colorectal cancer, but I'm still going to eat pastrami. At least be aware. Don't just be like, I don't believe that shit. You could say it's worth it, man. You could say it's worth it. But you have to at least stare it in the face first. Also, the other thing I'll say is if you're like 19, you might not get it. But once you hit 36, some of this stuff starts to... You're like, oh, fuck. How many times did my parents microwave food in not microwave safe plastic dishes? Because I don't even know if they had... I don't know if microwave safe was like a thing in 1994, man. When they were making reheated dinners and shit for me. I don't know. Mine used glass. That's huge, man. I'm happy for you. I think mine used glass. I would, as a kid, I was under the impression that you can't put anything in the microwave or the dishwasher, basically. I basically thought no matter what got put into the microwave or the dishwasher, it would either explode or break. By the way, people are saying that person's rich. That doesn't make you rich, actually. To be microwaving glass in 1994, in a weird way, it might actually mean you're from a country that developed after some other countries, like the United States and Canada. Because I feel like the cycle of consumer preferences is like 19th century, we're using glass for everything. We're reusing metal flatware. And then mid-century, all these incredible like chemical innovations came about. And we got plastic and we got microwaves and stuff like that. And then we were like, we're going to use this for everything. It's the cheapest thing that's ever been made in human history. I'm going to use it for everything. I'm going to pack my kids' lunch in a new bag made of plastic every single day. And then slowly but surely, we realized that the 3M Corporation is going to go to hell. And they've been poisoning us for 70 years. And we've been going back to like that more pastoral, like, we're going to put everything in glass again. And then we're going to put everything in ceramics and we're going to wash and reuse our flatware. We're not going to eat off of this shit anymore. Like the rose has turned so much on plastic that when I was packing those hockey cards into Ziploc bags, and part of this is just where I live, to be fair, but when I was packing them into Ziploc bags, I was like, I have to drop these hockey cards off in the little free libraries surreptitiously with no one seeing me, because there's a non-zero chance someone walking their dog is going to see me and go, hey, why'd you drop that shit off in a plastic bag? You don't have any rubber bands in your house or nothing? You really put you put a Ziploc bag in the little free library? Didn't have the heart to tell him the rubber band would have ruined the Libor Hadjicek game-worn jersey card I put in there that's worth about $2.03. And so don't be mad at me. Take that shit up with Jim Pattinson, man. Why the fuck they still selling Ziploc bags at the grocery store if we're not allowed to use them for anything? Take that shit to the source, man. Take that shit up to with Johnson & Johnson. I'm going to play Oaths. Now we're fucking talking. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oasis? He's a fucking loud Sally can wait. He knows it's too late as he's walking on by. Busting it down sexual style to Don't Look Back in Anger with the shakas. It is, you know what? You're kind of crazy for that one, but you're kind of real. They call it the food bank, but like, you don't need to make a deposit to make a withdrawal. I never really thought about it like that. Evil guy who donates a bunch of leftover ham to the food bank. I like that, man. I like that. I like that. I like that. The evil altruist. Hey, I got some stuff here for the food bank. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, you can just load it up back there. They don't know that the Oreos have 1 gram of trans fat per serving. Increases their relative risk of getting type 2 diabetes. My plan, the first phase of my plan is working. Ineffective altruism? Here's a character. Guy whose philosophy is effective altruism, and he spends all his time playing storybook brawl. Nah, I gotta be careful. I think he's got shooters. Maybe. I don't. It's crazy he hasn't been pardoned yet. It's insane. How is that not? My Polymarket calls are getting fucking killed, man. Any Sam Bankman-Frieds in the chat? You never know, man. They got prison, or they got phones in prison these days, right? Some of them at least. They got PS3s in there. Took my bike to the lake. Brought my shovel, brought my rake. Took my boy to the swing. Let him swing, let them ring. Bought my friends Italian beef. Make them fart and make them queef. Abraham Lincoln was governor here. Only a steel man can be enough. You know what I'm talking about? Sufjan Stevens?